Hello everybody, fellow makers, hobbyists, enthusiasts. It's Clint with Custom 3D Specialties. I hope everybody's been doing well. And we got another What's in the Box. Well, as you can see, it has the battery label and it says lithium iron batteries. So that tells me it's some sort of battery. The only thing that I know that I was supposed to be getting, let's cut this way, I don't want to cut it towards me, is I had entered a Father's Day contest with a company called Oupes, O-U-P-E-S, and my picture had just happened to win and get the most likes. Thank you to all my family and friends who so graciously on their own had voted and probably didn't even know they were voting. But thank you. And my dad is going to thank you very much. Because after I get done with this review and unboxing, I will be sending it to him. So I won their 600-watt power station. Was 4 people had the chance to win. 2 of them win a power station, and 2 of them to win a 100-watt solar panel, portable. And I had won a portable power station. So let's open this up here, and let's see what this Oupes looks like. Now, for you those that don't know what a portable power station is, a portable power station is a portable battery pack that you can take with you. You can charge it multiple different ways. So we have a cable box here. We have the AC wall outlet charging cable, so you can charge it from any AC wall outlet, 110, 120 volts. We have the cigarette lighter or 12-volt car adapter to charge. This box says adapter. So this is the adapter that goes with the AC wall outlet charger or charging cord. Goes together like this, plugs into your wall and plugs into your power station. We have a instruction manual. Warranty card. Portable power station. Warranty time, 2 years. 2-year warranty on this. Not bad. Solar panels, you get a 1-year warranty. And any cables and adapters, you get a 2-year warranty also. So that's good to know. We will get into the book in a minute. I am very surprised that, well, it'll be in the manual. So, it's wrapped in a plastic bag. You got foam on both sides. And there we go. It's got a nice handle up top. We have a light in the back. Now we have to turn the power on. So here's your main power switch. Ooh, look at that pretty screen. So it can charge to 67%, or with 67% battery. So I'm going to want to charge this up overnight, let it get a full charge on it. Feeling this case, this orange is kind of a rubbery type feel. It's not plastic, it is a rubber. Very nice smooth feel. The black is plastic. So back to what a portable power station can be used for. As you see, I got some 120 volt regular house outlets on this. So theoretically, yes, I could take anything with one of these outlets and just plug it right in. And let's see, is there a light on here? I'm not sure. But to turn these on, there's a little button underneath here. Hit that button. And now you can see we've got some output watts. And it's pulling 1 to 2 watts. And that's because there's nothing plugged in. Now if I plug this in, where does this get plugged into? I don't know if it's going to charge itself, but we'll see. It plugs into the side here. And we are inputting watts and outputting watts. Let's see, output is 105 watts. And let's see if it switches to input again. Input is about 96 watts, 95 watts, and it'll take roughly about 12 hours to charge itself. Not that it actually will. I mean, it will to a point, but using the inverter is going to drain some of the battery. So I'm going to turn this back off. But yes, so portable power station. You just saw me plug a charger into it. That means you can plug phone chargers, laptops, TV. Let's see, what do they have on the box here? Not too much in the box. Well, let's open the manual. Yeah, so we got 2 AC outlets. We have a 12 volt car adapter outlet. So same thing, this guy could plug right into here. I could hit the button next to this here, and I would be getting power out of here if I plugged it in, and I could be charging the same way. Or any other 12 volt device that has this type of plug. A portable cooler or a freezer that goes in your car for when you're camping. Certain refrigerators or other camping appliances. You have 2 12 volt, I believe these are 5.5 plugs. You have a 60 watt PD USB type C, and you have 2 regular USB QC 3.0s. So you have a lot of different ways that you can power multiple different things, and how should I say, have portable power. So let's see, the first part of this is in Chinese. Let's flip this over. Okay, here we go. So the one thing I'm very surprised that did not come with this is the cable to connect for solar panels. But most likely, oh, here's the stuff on the box. Right here, I'll show you in a second. But most likely, the Oupes' solar panels probably come with the plug already to charge the power station. Whereas some power stations, you'll get the 2 male and female MC4 plugs that are connected to the plug for the power station. But most likely, I don't know yet. It's something that I'll have to look up or pick up a Oupes power station to see if it comes with this adapter on it already. So the other useful thing on here, when camping, you have a light. There's low, and then you got emergency. So there was low, high, and emergency. Low, high, emergency. So that's always nice if you're stranded or you're camping, stuck on the side of the road at night, need to inflate your tire or change your tire. You got an automatic flashlight and a power station to run your air pump. You know, like I said, there's just a lot of different things that this can be used for. As they show on the box here, I know it was on there somewhere, but they got a fan, looks like a refrigerator, laptop, cooler, cameras, drones, power equipment, and regular cell phones. So just some of the things that you could charge this or use this to charge items for. Let's see, so some of our display stuff on here, up in the top here, like I said, so if you push this button underneath here, you see these pop up. See, we're at 66% now that I tried charging it by itself. Like I said, the inverter used up a little bit of battery power. So we have the AC output, we have the battery capacity, we have battery percentage, so capacity is the ring, percentage is the center. Down on the bottom here that you won't see unless there's an issue is the high temperature. So it's got a high temperature sensor in it, so that's good. Lets you know if it's overheating. It's got cooling fans, so when the fans kick on, inverter starts to warm up. If you've been using this for a little while, you get some fans that kick on. I don't have anything at the moment here I can plug in to make those kick on. Possibly when charging also, the fans will kick on. You have a low temperature sensor, so if it's too cold, it'll also let you know that the it's too cold for the batteries to charge. You need to warm it up a little bit. The time left display is down on the bottom here. So at 66%, I have, at 66%, I have roughly 27 hours of use, depending on what I use this for. Over on the other side over here, actually right up in the center above here, there is a fault warning. So that'll be like a ground fault or a bad connection, something like that. A possible short. Then you have your power display. That's your input and output watts of what's coming in or what's going out when charging. You'll have how it's being charged, whether it's a 12-volt car charger. You'll have DC down here for DC output. And then you have 3 more little things down here to match your USB-Cs or your USBs. You'll have a little USB-C that'll light up, and you'll have a USB-A and a USB-A letting you which one you're using. So again, under each one or by each one of these little charging areas, you have a little button. So as you see, I pushed that one right there. If I push this one here, you see how you got some lights that lit up there? That was the car and DC lights that lit up. Now if I push this one, see I got the USB-A and the USB-A. USB-C is not lit up, probably because that's not inputting or outputting anything. Neither are the USB-A's, but I really couldn't tell you why this C's not lighting up. I don't have anything around here with a USB-C type plug either. Let's see. What else can I tell you? Please charge Please charge the product at an ambient temperature of 0 to 40 Celsius. Make sure that the connection is good and the adapter work normally, otherwise it may cause potential hazards. So yeah, always make sure your adapters and your connections are good. In order to save some power on this, they say turn off all your switches when not using it. So even if you're storing this for a little while, hit that power button. Wait till the screen clicks off and you're done. Another little ring around here. That'll help save some power on a little bit. As I stated, you can charge from the 12-volt adapter from your car, AC outlet with the charging block. You can also charge with the USB-C with the USB-C port. It just says that right here. Please connect the USB-C port to the product and wall outlet with a USB-C charger which supports the PD communication protocol. It will take at least 10 hours to fully charge depending on the input of the USB-C charger. So that's another way. So that's 1, 2, that's 3, and like I said, the fourth way is solar. Let's see what it says here about the solar charging. 100 watts front panels and the 7909 input charging port. It will take at least 8 hours to fully charge depending on the light from the sun. So yeah, so it sounds like with the solar panel, you should get the cable that you would need to charge this station. You want to use at least a 100-watt solar panel. You don't want to do any more than a maximum of 160 watts. You can also, another way to charge. Wow. You can use the wall adapter with the USB-C PD charging and also charge that way, and that will get you an 80% charge in 3.5 hours and about 5 hours to 100% charge. So that's pretty nice. Not many power stations are able to, especially smaller power stations like this, are able to support dual charging. As you've seen, power switch on off should be on. Push and hold, 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. Same thing to turn it off. Push and hold for 3 seconds. Okay, so these are DC 5521 plugs down here underneath the car or 12-volt plug. And I showed you the light in the back. Okay, so some appliances and run times. So for a 3000 110 milliamp phone, you can charge it 42 times. For a 30 watt hour tablet, 17 times. For a 60 watt laptop, you can charge it 8 times. You can run a 10 watt light bulb, wow, for 50.5 hours. Think of in a hurricane, power goes out. You have over 2 days of being able to use this and run a light. That's all day and all night. Now technically, during the day, you wouldn't need to run a light, so you could prolong that even longer. So, while I'm talking about this, these come in handy for more than just your casual outings or use, say, to bring out at a party and charge everybody's phone. If you're in a natural disaster or in a serious situation, this can be a lifesaver if you know how to use it correctly. You don't just want to run a light all day long, even though it's sunlight out. It may not be the brightest, but open the windows and the shades, let some light in, use what you can, rationalize this, so that you can maybe run a mini cooler for a little while. Like right here, a 50 watt mini cooler, you can run that for 10 hours. So if you split up running the mini cooler and running some lights, you would at least have probably about a day's worth of cool food and light. That would help some people a lot in a serious situation. Now back to some novelty items. You can charge a 16 watt camera or a 16 watt hour camera 31 times. You're out in nature, batteries go dead, you're taking pictures of animals, you don't want to run back to the car, just carry this with you. Plug your charger right into it, you ain't got to worry about it. You catch all them action shots. Here we go, a 60 watt hour drone, you can charge it 8 times. That's giving you at least, I fly drones, so you're talking, that gets you at least probably about 4 hours worth of outdoor flight time compared to maybe an hour, depending on how many batteries you have. That's a big difference. I talked about the 50 watt mini cooler for 10 hours. Here we go. You can run a 30 watt fan for 17 hours. Another essential thing that would come in handy in a very serious situation. You can run 30 watt electric tools 17 times. You can run 10 watt Wi-Fi, another very important one. This is up there with the lights. A 10 watt Wi-Fi you can run for, again, 50.5 hours. That gives you a lot of time to be able to switch between having some light, checking on your weather service stations, and keeping your phone or tablet or laptop charged. You can run a 110 watt television for 4.6 hours. Roughly, 4.5 hours. Smaller TVs, that's the 32 inch. Smaller TVs, you could probably run a lot longer. Something else very important. Sometimes a lot of people don't think of this, but serious situation, power goes out, you're a little older, you need a breathing machine, a ventilator. You can run a 40 watt ventilator for 12.5 hours with this. Talk about giving somebody a little bit longer to get to the hospital to make sure the roads are clear or power to come back on. These little power stations can save lives. And they can bring a lot of fun to camping and other outdoor casual activities. So, what else can we do? We can switch the in the power on state, turn on and off AC output. Press the main power button and the DC button on USBs at the same time to enter the switching frequency menu. Okay, so that must be between like 50 hertz or 60 hertz. Some places run at different settings. I don't believe that this is capable of. Okay, so here. Let's see what that does. Let's check it out. That's what I'm here for, right? So, in the power on state, turn off the AC output, which is off. Press the main power button and the DC button, USB output at the same time. Okay. So what's that say there? Set 60? Yep. So, and then I should be able to long press the main power button to set the frequency. So this is the frequency. So let's try it again. Nope. Yep. So between 50 or 60 hertz, as I was saying, U.S. and Canada, and some other territories, continents, countries, we all run on different types of power or electricity settings. So if you need to change it between 50 and 60 hertz, I'm United States, so I'm going to leave it at 60. And we'll just push and hold the power button. Should be set. Long press of the main power button to set the frequency. SUC will be displayed if the setting is successful. I missed if it was. And then long press the main power button will exit the menu settings. Okay. So, storage and maintenance of these. When this device is not in use, please turn off all switches, reduce power to the product and consumption, and prolong the product's battery lifetime. Next one. Please keep the surface of the product clean. Ensure that the product does not come in contact with gasoline, violet oil, so like any types of, car oil, grease, baby oil, maybe suntanning lotion oil, thinners, kerosene, etc. to avoid corrosion of the product shell. So obviously anything kind of corrosive, same as anything, you don't want to leave it sit on something or get on something that you don't want damaged or that it's not supposed to be used on. Please store the product in a dry, ventilated, and dustless environment. Store temperature range from 0 to 40 C. Avoid direct sunlight. So say you're outside charging this with a solar panel, try and keep it in the shade. Maybe when you have your solar panel up, put it behind the solar panel. Same thing as anything. You don't want to leave your phone sitting out in the bright sun. It gets hot. That will trip the sensor alarm or the hot temperature sensor. Next one. Please fully charge the battery before storage and charge it at least once every 6 months to avoid dormancy of the battery, which will affect the normal use. So
I'll get into what these batteries are in a minute. If the product needs to be transported long distance, please keep the battery power between 40 and 60%, otherwise there will be potential for safety risks. Okay? It's the first time I heard that about power stations, but it's good to know. Always learn something new. That may be, especially if you're flying or something like that, I could see how that would really affect batteries, especially lithium batteries, which is why they have to have labels on the outside of the boxes so people know what's in it and that it is potentially dangerous. And as you've seen, this did come with a little over 60%, 67 if I remember correctly. So go over some of the specs of this. The rated voltage power for this is 120 volts to 240 volts. This is a 600 watt unit, and it can handle a 1000 watt power surge spike. Meaning, so refrigerator, for example, that has a compressor on it. Every time that compressor goes to kick on, fridge is running. Ooh. Okay, you stand there with the door open, you let some cool air out, and you close the door. Well, your temperature's not as cold. Fridge realizes, hey, I gotta cool back off. Boom, that compressor kicks on. That's a surge, a spike. So this will be able to handle up to 1000 watt quick little surge spike like that. Like I said, your frequencies are 50 to 60 hertz. Your DC 12 volt and car letter input output is 12 volts, 10 amps. The USB A outputs are 5 volts, 3 amps, 9 volts, 2 amps, 12 volts, 1.5 amps, and 18 watts max. The USB, that was for the USB A. For the USB C outputs, it's going to be these guys all down here, is 5 volts, 3 amps, 9 volts, 3 amps, 12 volts, 3 amps, 15 volts, 3 amps, 20 volts, 3 amps, and 60 watts max. So for the LED light, this guy back here again, press once, 50% brightness. Press again, you get 100% brightness. Press it again, it will change to SOS flashy mode. Press once more to power off. Alright. So our input, this guy right here, this guy here. So input voltages can be 12 volts to 30 volts. That's good to know for solar panels, because different solar panels put off different various volts. You don't want to under power or overpower something, so you want to make sure to fall between the specs that are rated for that unit, and this one is 12 to 30. For the AC 7909 input power, that's 100 watt max. And for the USB-C input power, that's 60 watt max. For the battery capacity, this is rated at a 595.2 watt hours, 19.2 VAC, that's the voltage, and the battery type, there we go, this is what I was looking for. So, like I said on the outside of the box, this is lithium ion. And to be a little more specific, this is a lithium iron phosphate. So that means that this battery, you can charge this battery anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 times, and it will only drop to 80% after that. So you think about that. There's 365 days in the year, and if you charge that once a day for 365 days. That's 3,650 times. That's 10 years. That's a long time. And then your battery only drops to 80%. So you get another 15, 16 years before, total, before your battery starts dropping more and more and more. So you get on average probably about a 20-year span of using something like this with a lithium iron phosphate Life PO4 battery. So definitely look into something like this if you're a camper, a overlander, just want a little more safety, security for power at home. Be a little more green, I use these to charge my electric scooters. I charge them up by solar. Plug the scooters and skateboards into here. Use these to charge them. Cuts back on my electric bill. There's just so many uses you can use these for. So the weight, very important. This is only 15 pounds, a little heavier than a bag of potatoes. So I'm sure you've carried bags of groceries 10 times more heavier than this, trying to carry them all to your car at once. So, but yeah, you see, I can pick it up one hand, 2 fingers, not bad. That comes out to 6.8 kilograms. So there are some fault codes. If you get an E00, that's an AC short protection. If you get an E01, that's overload protection. If you get an E02, that's a battery low voltage protection. If you get an E03, that's an AC and DC output run simultaneously system overload. If you get an E04, that's an inverter fault. If you get an E05, that's a BMS fault. BMS stands for Battery Management System. That controls making sure that all the battery cells in here charge and discharge equally. So, talking about that, you want to charge this once you first get it. Then, when you do go to take it off the charger, don't use it right away. Let it sit for a while. I would say at least 12 hours. Why? Because what that's going to do is it's going to let the battery stabilize. They got a high point, full charge stabilization, and they have a low point discharge stabilization. So you want to make sure that you just do a little proper battery charge maintenance and you're good to go. Other than that, like I said, these are great to have. Thank you, Oupes. My dad's gonna love it. I love it. I like it. Very nice design. Got some nice rubber feet on the bottom. I mean, that does not want to slide off the table without moving the table. So that's always helpful. You don't want this sliding around all over the place. But yeah, again, thank you, Oupes. Everybody, hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Follow me. Get notified when I'm doing new videos. You never know what I'm gonna have. Take care. Enjoy. And live a little green. Get you a Oupes 600 watt. Available in many more sizes. Also got solar panels. This is just the little one. They got a 1200, 1800, and they also have a nice big one called a Mega 5. Go check them out.